Hey folks, Mike here with an early look at a game called Satisfactory. This is the open alpha weekend test period, whatever you want to call it. They basically put out the game, opened it up so there's no NDA, anyone can stream it, talk about it, show it off, whatever. Because the game is going to be entering early access on March 19th. So by the time you watch this video, it'll be in about a week since I'm recording this over the weekend. And it takes me 12 plus hours to upload videos, so it is what it is when you have crummy internet. So anyways, we'll go ahead and hit continue here and kind of get started. I've put about 5 minutes into this just to get some of the super early stuff out of the way, get a feel for it, and so on. Yeah, this is like a... there's still this dude here. Let's finish him off. There you go. Alright. I will mention real quick, some of these key bindings will look very odd to you. That's because they're I don't run a standard keyboard layout. However, depending on the UI prompt, some of them will have your standard keyboard layout key prompt, and some of them will have my keyboard layout. So it'll be a bit confusing, but just think of it this way: WSAD and QERF, those kind of keys. They're all keys you would normally use, anyways. So yeah, we have to build a hub here. I actually got a little bit further than this, so this is nice that I actually have to take a step back here.
Congratulations.
And
hub feature, manual
yeah,
craft bench.
so we have our hub here, which
Hub
has
terminal
the basic
Hub
structure.
upgrade, storage and power.
By upgrading our hub, we get
Craft
all
bench and
sorts
hub
of stuff.
terminal are
So
essential
we
for
want to
progression to
activate
the
that
next
as a milestone.
objective.
We gotta get some iron rods. So this crafting bench will allow us to build stuff. So let's go ahead and craft some iron ingots. I need to get 10 rods. So we can do that. And I'm just clicking and holding here, so that's a really, nice feature. You don't have to click every time. It would be nice if they can eventually just add a number. So you just number in, hey, build 10 of these. I have the resources for it. And this is about as far as I've gone. So everything beyond this point is now new to me.
Congratulations.
Like I said, I'm about 5 minutes in,
Hub
so
feature, personal
we're
storage.
super early
Standard
game at this
feature,
point.
copper. New equipment,
So
buildings,
you're
and
wondering kind of what it
blueprints
is.
can be found
From
in
what
the
I've seen, it's
workshop
kind of like
when built.
Factorio,
Build
those
menus
kinds of
and craft
games.
bench respectively.
Makes me think a bit of
Sixth objective, hub upgrade, construction.
Infinifactory, in a sense, where Infinifactory was about like throwing lines of stuff down and combining, whereas this is more of a harvest resources and build stuff and basically build a factory and trying to automate as much as possible. Alright, so we got copper ore is a new one. So there's little pings on the HUD up there that'll show you roughly where things are. So I have copper ore about 160 meters away. If we do iron ore, I've got some right here. Got some in the distance over there, some even further back. So it seems about 500 meters is about the range. So what's this? Oh, okay. Biomass burner. So I have some leaves here, which would be biomass that you can burn. Storage box, I can put stuff away. Fair enough. So where do I build? So I've got all of these rewards, alright? What about the build menu? So we got a craft bench. Equipment workshop, a smelter, power line. We already got the hub. I believe I don't have the workshop yet. Yeah. So let's build the equipment workshop. What do I need? Iron plates and iron rods, and yeah, so that's why we have to Oh no. Oh, we only need the copper. Wait, was it copper or iron? We only need the iron, I believe. So resources are somewhat limited, and that's where some of the automation comes in. Or at least it seems like it. Each of these plates seem to be kind of a pool of resources, so maybe with some of the automated tools we can dig deeper and that kind of thing, whereas with like manual tools we maybe not able to get as far as we can. So 6 rods and 6 plates, alright. Let's build the 6 plates first. And 6 rods. Oh shit. Okay, escape works. I wish there was a way to quit out. Equipment workshop. Probably don't want to put it. It said manual, so I have to imagine. I don't know if I need power for this, but I don't want to put it in the way of that stuff. So kind of plop it here, I guess. Alright. So what's in here? I want to build a portable miner, and we need iron plates, wire, cable. So I like the add to do list. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, there you go. I was trying to figure out where to do it, but actually this is a nice UI for setting yourself some objectives and whatnot. Is there not an easy way to get back up? No. Movement speed's pretty good though, so I can't complain too much. We'll see long term how that'll turn out. So what do we need for a wire? We need copper. Alright, so we do need to find some of the copper stuff now. So what's this adding down there? Okay, so I need I need 3 ingot. And how much? So I need 3 ingot per wire. I kind of wish there's a way to do the whole process, right? So let's say I need I need these 8 wire, which means I need 3 ingots, because 1 ingot becomes 3 wire. Like I wish I would do the math, because I don't know how much ore that I need. I need cable, which is 2 of these. You see what I'm saying? Like I gotta start doing the math here and figure out that I probably need let's see, 3. I need a dozen wire roughly, which is 4 of these, which is 4 ores. I guess that's not that much. Okay, that's actually not as much as I wanted, but it would be nice to have like an option to add it in and say, hey, can you like just give me the whole tree of stuff that I need, unless there's an option that I don't see. So we'll go to the closest one. So these pings will disappear after a while, so you have to be a bit careful. I did run into a creature earlier, which you saw at the beginning, which was attacking me, and oh, there's one again. And my strategy has been to stand up here and kind of hope for the best, because these guys can like run really fast. I don't seem to have particularly good defense against that, but we make it work. Okay, so I really don't need much ore. I might as well just mine the whole thing out. Yeah, up until now, UI is pretty good. You know, just having a lot of oh, what's up there? Just having a lot of just easy to look at stuff. You know, being able to do a to-do list seems kind of silly, but there's actually quite a few games that can make use of that kind of stuff. Now, to be fair, why I do like this kind of game, I've not played a ton of them, so I don't know, like in Factory, for example, I don't know what that game has in terms of like features for these kinds of things. So let's get the... Ugh. Okay, I wish it was not click and hold. Cause I got 3 of them. Oh, I actually need 4. Okay. You have to like look at the dots because it accelerates very quickly, so I need 4 plates. Okay, that's it. I wish I didn't have to do that or hit exit. I could just like right click or something. Yeah, because I can't hit the same button to exit either. You know, it's really simple stuff, I guess. Like, it's not game breaking or anything, but it's just nice quality of life things. Equip a portable miner. So, okay, equip it that way as the weapon. Place it on a resource node. Oh, come on, there we go. So if I do that, cool. So I can kind of leave him there. I wonder if creatures can attack it. I guess time will tell. Build smelters. Okay, so stats on the bottom right here. Air cars energy. So I need wire and iron rod, which we can do that. Man, that goes up so fast. 5 rods. And so this requires electricity, so if I had to guess, I probably want to put it kind of close to the power generator, because there's a concept of power lines. So I can automate it to configure. Cool. So let's go check on our robot buddy here. What you got? That seems cool. And then we need to use the biomass. No power. So how does this work? No connection. So I do have the biomass. And I suppose I have to build the power line, right? Let's see how the power works. Oh. It's as simple as that. Okay. Thought it was going to be something a little more complex. Cool. And this just spits it out the back here, or... Oh, it isn't spit it. Yeah, it's like the miner. I could just bloop, pick it up and go. Very cool. So, I wonder how the automation stuff will start coming in handy here. So, I want us to build upgrade 2 here, select the milestone, and so I require plates, rods, and wire. So let's go ahead and start building some of those. Actually, why am I bothering with that? We've got a bunch here. I should have checked, actually. So it's not going up. Okay. So there, I have 5 more just sitting here, so it's, that number's not going up on its own. So I guess there is a concept of okay, so it will burn very slowly, but you can turn it off to stop. So I was kind of wondering if it was going to go and keep consuming resources, and it does, but it doesn't consume at a super high rate, so that's not too bad. When you're talking about efficiency, which is what they talked about in the intro of this game, which makes sense. You know, if you play this kind of game, that's kind of what it is. You're spending a lot of time trying to build something, you know, you're trying to automate a lot of stuff, and as time goes on, a lot of the automation, you know, a lot of the early game stuff, you're building up more and more automation, and so the end goal is like you kind of get to a point where the game plays itself, but you're spending a lot of time to get to that point anyways, so it's kind of, that's where a lot of the fun and satisfaction comes from. Oh yeah, right. I have to drag and drop. Can I double click? Right click? Nope. Alright.
Congratulations. You have unlocked Scanner Stone. New buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the build menu and craft bench respectively. 7th objective, hub upgrade, conveyor belts. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results. Note, constructors are capable of constructing copious parts,
I like
which
the
only one type at a time.
nice feedback there, letting me know that, hey, no power here. So there's a nope, not that one. Not this one. That one. Hey, there's a flashlight. Because it is getting rather dark. Is there a save? Okay, there's a manual save. Actually, let's do that real quick. Just call it 01 for first save. Roughly 5 minutes? Yeah, every 5 minutes or so. Oh, it's the sound of me walking. It's just, it's weird because it, you stop moving and then you hear the sound. Alright, so our objectives now, build constructor. So we're starting to get into some slight automation here. So I guess I'll have to put in a power pole to connect multiple things. So we're going to add that. Gonna add one of these, one of those. Concrete. What do you need for concrete? Oops. Limestone. Oh, so I must have new scanning options. Yep. $100 that way. $100. Okay. Stacks of 100. But then with, like I said earlier, with the idea of being able to plop in some, whatchamacallit, I should be picking up all of these on the way there. Yes. Of course. Oh, there's one there too. Is it the same one? This may not be the same one, actually. Come on. Come on. Oh, it's hitting him sometimes. Yeah, the problem is I probably have a way to heal, I just don't know how to. Okay, so yeah, I have to imagine that's the guy there. So it seems like up until now, every resource node seems to have one of these guys just kind of guarding it. So you have to be slightly careful, I suppose. Oh man, this limestone takes a hell of a time to mine. Let's get 20, I guess. And then you know what? Throwing a portable miner here might be useful. When I'll go back, I think that's what I'll do. I'll build one for each of the resources to, you know, get started. Somewhat automating that stuff. I wonder if we can build a jetpack or something eventually to kind of help you traverse a little bit better. So one of the things too I was reading, they're talking about how with the there's no stack limit there. Okay, interesting. They're talking with how the early access, you'll have different starting areas you can choose. However, from the sounds of it, the starting areas are on the same world, at least for now. So you could definitely find those starting areas, which sounds interesting. So it's kind of neat to know that ultimately this is a bigger world, despite the fact that you have different starting areas. Right, so before I actually do that, it's not here, it's in this thing. So cable. That's what I ultimately need. I ultimately need more copper. So I think what I'll do here is I'll take this, pick up that miner, copper. Right, I don't have to click. So used to clicking. I wonder how the biomass stuff is going to work. If it's just like a... Eventually I'll just have... the ability to, like... I don't know. Have a forest or something. Or just generate biomass like that. We'll get up to 20, I guess. Alright, we'll leave that dude there. Oops. Oh, there's fall damage. So yeah, up until now, this seems really interesting. Pretty promising. You know, these are the kind of games that I do like, even though I don't play them much, because if you've watched any of my videos, I do talk a lot about backlog and stuff. Like, I've got a lot of games I just want to play, but having this immense game backlog is, yeah, no fun. Yeah, there's a lot of great games out there, so I'd rather spend a bit of time trying to clear out that list than to spend a lot of time on some of these kinds of games. Even though I do find myself playing them quite often. But I haven't gotten into, like, Satisfactory and some of those yet. Or, not yeah, it's Factorio. That's the game I'm thinking of. I kind of wish I did. So I don't know the actual count because there are multiple things here. I should have taken out the other ones. Is there a way to manage that list? Maybe in here? Right. I got both of those consumables, however, I don't know how to use them. How to use this? Okay. Oh, I can just... Because I made it sound as if I had to do something to use those. Alright, so we got some health back at least. I keep trying to hit the same button to close that menu. So yeah, a lot of quality of life stuff that'll be nice to see eventually. I've, you know, no doubts that they'll introduce those kinds of improvements because you know, they're relatively straightforward things to do. So that's why I say I don't have any doubts that they'll be introduced. It's just, at this point, content is a little bit of a priority. Stability is always a priority as well. So I'm sure they have other things to look at. You know, making sure that you can at least run it, and then did I not build two of these, or did I? You know, that burns so slowly, I really don't have to worry about it. I thought I built two of them. Oh yeah, it's just in my other inventory slot. Yeah, there's a lot of just little things that, you know, over time it'll be interesting to see. You know, do some of these creatures respawn? Is there better ways to deal with them? Is there better ways to do movement in here? I don't know how far the upgrades go. You know, they mentioned that, especially for this free weekend, especially for this alpha weekend, where they're you know, just looking for feedback and seeing how it runs. Their focus right now is just that. They're limiting you in terms of what you can do. Where is that dude? I saw the big shadow. Oh, he's behind there. So yeah, because they're limiting, I don't think we have access to a ton of stuff. But that is a milestone as well while we're at it. So we'll finish the level 3 here, I think. We'll kind of call it there. I might do a second follow-up video eventually. So I can build a constructor. No, I'm missing piston cables and reinforced iron plate. Screws. Alright, how many cables do I need? I need all of this. So 3 plates requires 72 and 12. That makes sense. Ah, this math. Oh wait, yeah. If there's one big quality of life thing I would love to see, would be an ability to like break down. You know, you have say I want reinforced iron plate, then there's a subsection, you know, sub menu, indented menu of, hey, you require this and this, and maybe another indent of like you require this to build this, you know, because right now I have to sit here and kind of think about it a little bit, which, hey, thinking, it's kind of a good thing, right? People don't do that often enough, apparently. When you're in the menu here, it's not too bad. It's just when I go out and I grab stuff. Though I guess with some of the automation, that's kind of the point, right? You want to automate stuff so you don't necessarily have to sit there and think about it too often. So we got that out of the way. I need one more of these, and I need the cable. And we got enough for the cable. Oh, but I still need wire. Alright, we got everything to build everything. So we're good now. Yeah, I guess I just don't have to be like super stingy on overbuilding stuff because you're eventually going to use it. There's that. And I guess I needed a power pole. I don't know if I actually need the power pole, but we'll build it. Let's see if we actually did need it. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So now we have to disconnect him, put him on the pole. The pole has a 4-time split dealy. What do I need to build these? 2 cable. Alright. Yeah. That'll be a nice quality of life thing. Oh, can I not edit this power line? Can I do this instead? Oh, I can? How do I do it again? I can't actually recall it, can I? Oh, no. Nope, that's not the one. Nope, that's not the one. F? Yeah. And then if we go back... And then that was a smelter. Actually, move the smelter back here. And... okay, that makes a bit more sense. Trying to figure out how the heck you're supposed to do that. We can build iron ingots, I guess. Nah, we got a bunch. Oh, it's this thing doing noise. It's like, what the heck's making noise near me? And then this can automatically build. Oh, okay. Oh. So I can take out. Actually, split in two. Let's see if I can get away with this. So from the sounds of it, biomass is better than just pure leaves. Let's go here, go back here. Oh yeah, wow. Cool. So yeah, this is a really neat thing. I can see how this will start kind of working really well together. Now, of course, I know I haven't mentioned it. This is also multiplayer, so yeah, technically all of your all of your sessions are online. Like I just created a private lobby, but this is co-op. I don't know how many players. If I had to guess, maybe 4 players would make sense. But yeah. You can do this with other people. I kind of wonder how the progress works. I guess because it's my save game, everything stays in. You know, it'll be my world and everything stays in it. But I don't know if the resources travel with you. So if, you know, I'm playing with a bunch of buddies and whatever, and then they decide to go off and play with their own game, like. If they're bringing resources along with them, or not, I don't know. But that could be kind of neat and useful. So throw a bunch more of these in. Throw a bunch of this there. Yeah, you can see how quickly this becomes like full-on automation of just. I'm not sitting around doing too much. I'm letting these things do all the work for me. Eventually, with the idea of having conveyor belts and stuff, I can automatically feed, so I can have this guy automatically feeding conveyor belts and resources. But we're not quite there yet. We need to build a bunch of stuff. So what are these? Iron plate, cable, concrete. Let's do the bags of concrete. Holy moly, that's a lot of iron plate. So I could use the other machine to do that. But right now it's busy making the biomass, but eventually we'll switch it over, or just build multiple of them. That's totally another way to do it. It sounds like I need reinforced iron plates as well. Takes a little while. Need a couple more screws. More screws. Alright, we're down one iron plate. Okay, so I got iron plate, reinforced, concrete, and cable. Cool. That, and that. Alright, so we'll take a quick look at what's next here, and I think we'll call it there. That was kind of the early part of the game. Oh yeah, this is where the conveyor belts start coming in. Oh man, I wish the foundations came in earlier.
Advice: when planning the construction of
This is like,
note the placement of conveyor belts.
This is really well done.
Overloading the power network guarantees suboptimal performance.
Yeah, like this progression here, I'm looking at it and it's like, oh man, I wish I could keep all my buildings level and build ramps to access stuff. And once you look at that, they freaking that's the next step. So every one of these steps, like the progression, it's pretty spot on with what you kind of want to see here. Huh. Space elevator. Another biomass burner, because you'll hit your limit. Conveyor belt, cool. Yeah, this I'm quite liking how this progression is done. Like it's a very logical thing. The upgrades come as you kind of want them. You know, like feels good. Feels really, really good. This is yeah, it's not even worth turning it off. So that's kind of the early game of Satisfactory. I'll probably put in a couple hours and come up with an update video in a bit. But at least for now, super early days. Really interesting. Like, this is the kind of game that I'm interested in. I've been wanting to play this kind of stuff for a while. I know there's a couple out there, but there isn't very many of them. And yeah, as the name implies, you start getting a lot of the stuff together and things start clicking. It's just pretty satisfying. So, you know, they're tapping into something that I'm sure a lot of you out there would love to see. But you know, we'll see. Still a long ways to go. This is still super early days for this. You know, it's only hitting early access in about a week. Like I said, by the time you watch this, March 19th. And so even then, I haven't gone very far. There's a lot of neat things I want to see here, because this clearly has a spiral going up for me to look at something here. So still a lot to discover, still a lot to see in this, but at least for now, we'll end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.